Welcome to Pagan Crafting. I'm Kara. Today I'm crafting something a little magical for the winter night. A round shadowbox ornament that holds its own tiny mountain world. I painted deep blue skies with stars, falling starlight, layered misty mountains, and added 3D forest. If you love celestial woods, handmade art, and a miniature worlds that feel like a portal you can hold in your hand, then come settle in with me and let's make this cozy little piece together. So what we have here is we're going to start off with a little wooden round shadow box ornament style that's going to hold a little portal to a little mini world. I'm thinking we're going to add some color, and I think the little trees may be fun. So let me just size this up, see if this works out. This just slides up in the back. It is so cute. I think that's gonna work. I was hoping for two, but I don't think it's gonna sit as well with two. So let's just continue on to the background. Rock it in a blue wash, and remember, wood is thirsty, and I did not prime this because it'd just be another layer anyway. So 2 or 3 coats. I wound up doing a couple here. And then I'm going to bring on some black around the edges, and then we're going to blend that in together. So it doesn't need to be anything too fancy. And I've noticed I haven't washed in my water with the paintbrush at all yet, just keeping it dry, and it becomes a nice soft blend. And I just blob some paint. That's okay. We're going to work with that in a little bit. We'll cover that up with something. Now with my mountains, I'm not really blending too much here. I'm just mixing in my white with 2 levels of gray, a soft gray and a medium to dark gray. And my mountains wound up being a little too cartoony, too mountainy. So what I wound up doing with that is we're going to bring in some Canadian Rocky Mountains. We're going to bring them up a little bit higher, had some fun, keeping these ones down a little bit lower. I know, I still have to work on my little mishap there. So I'm thinking, do. And we'll just add some black. I still have some blue left over on the paintbrush. We'll just blend this in. And boom, we got a lake. Yeah. Oh, I kind of like how that came around the edges there. So add a little bit more blue, add a little bit more blue for some lake water. I'm loving that. It's not quite totally winter time here in our little mountainscape. We don't have ice yet on our lake, so we still have the nice bluish. We're going to muck it up a little bit more because I'm going to continue overworking it. And I'm just going to add a little soft blend. Let's see how that looks now. I'm liking it. Easy enough. Easy peasy. Nice and soft little look to that. Add a little extra shoreline, drawing out the grays. Ooh. All right, I got my little tools that I like to make my stars with. Now, you usually can get 2 to 3 little dabs out of it. If you go 3 or more, they're just getting really tiny. As you see, I just did there. I tried too long. And we're just going to rock in some little bitties. And I have a gel pen, a little white gel pen that works out great for shooting stars. I'm a cheater eater, pumpkin eater. That's right. I use a gel pen and I didn't use a paintbrush. Now, while the background is drying, let us paint the inside. I'm just going to do a quick wash of black because we are at an evening scenery portal that we're making. Now we have that done, I think what I might do is, now that the background is dried a little bit more, let's do some trees. It needs a little bit something more. And I'm going to bring in just some simple evergreen trees, and then bringing in some, I think I should bring a little bit of snow to match the little trees next to it. Now, some of these are going to be cut off a little bit around the edges, but that's okay. I wanted to give a little more of a sparse look than go too full. See, this one I'm just going to breeze in, and that'll probably just be poking out the side of the window. And I'm cool with that. And while our green is still dry or wet, sorry, still dry. And while our green is still wet, we're going to bring in our whites, and it'll blend super nicely and it won't be too heavy. And if you go too heavy like I did in the bottom, just work it up and work it back down. Or you can add a little bit more green, let it dry, do it again. If you make a mistake or overwork it too much, just let it dry and then hit it again. But it's such a small little, tiny little winterland portal that if you make a couple little mistakes, I don't think anybody would know except for you. Okay, so what we're gonna do next is, I think I'm gonna glue my little tree down. Now, what I didn't do is that I did paint the black wash after I hot glued the tree down. I wound up not wanting to see the hot glue blob, so I painted black over the hot glue and used a simple, you can use wood glue or hot glue. I wanted hot glue so I can finish this project a little bit faster, so I glued the pieces together so it wouldn't move. Now, let's paint the outside. Again, let's do a blue wash to kind of finish the piece. I guess I'm going to get rid of that ribbon now after all. And I want to continue the night sky. So you can also continue on the tree line around it too, but again, I kind of like the portal feel. So we're going to add some more stars to this too, maybe some shooting stars. And I believe I did do a couple layers here once again. There we go. And we're going to do the edges as well as the back. And one thing I forgot to do, which I added to later, is don't forget to date it, especially if it's a Yule gift, an ornament gift. Do some really cool calligraphy, some fancy writing on the back, and at least throw down the year. I think that'll be a little extra special momentum. You can always do a little autograph. You can sign it on the back. Make it extra special. I don't know. I love gifts like that, especially when you can go back and look at them all the different years of the presents that you receive from a crafter. Oof. So cool. Okay, my friends, now that that's done all the way around, I was working on another project. That's why you see some almost in other colors, because I was waiting for that to dry. I started painting something else, and I didn't move it out of the way when I was filming this. So, here nor there, don't mind. I think this one had been like a live show, so I wanted, well, that was drying. I went and painted something else. Haha. ADHD. So that is it, my friends. Well, I want to thank you so very much for spending time with me while I brought this little mountain starlight world to life. I love creating pieces that feel like little tiny portals, and I hope this inspired you to try your own version, whether it's a winter sky, forest scene, or something completely your own vibe. If you enjoyed this craft and want to make more celestial nature witch projects, you can explore the playlists on my channel or check out my other creations I've been working on. Your likes, comments, and shares truly help this little creative space grow. So until next time, keep crafting and stay cozy, and may the stars guide your hands.